Well, good evening, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. You know, it was crazy today. Got down the country. I don't know if any of you guys are, if you're interested in woodworking or following along. With my day job and construction wise, we're getting started on working on the red brick house. I've actually, about the next 2 weeks, I've got to work on another property that needs to be fixed for people to move in. So if you actually want to check that out, or if you have questions on, home repairs or home improvements and things like that, definitely check out Joe Blue's Day Job. And we were down there today. I thought I was actually going to be staying down there tonight and trying to get more done tomorrow, but we need to come back to deal with Roscoe. Roscoe's not doing too well. And it was crazy because I remember watching the weather last night, and they said, oh, there might be some afternoon showers and things like that, but nothing that we thought was going to be really bad. And we got the floor taken down and got it loaded up on the truck, and we're trying to maximize trips by, when you go to the dump, take a load of debris there, stop off at Home Depot, load up the truck on your way back, so that way, you're not making more trips than you have to because the price of gas is so high. You want to maximize anytime you go someplace, so that way you use less to save money. And when we got to the dump, as we're getting closer and closer to it, you can see the black clouds that are hanging over, and it's getting darker and darker. And as we're getting closer and closer to the dump, it's getting darker and darker. And I looked at it, I said to Tracy, I said, damn, this looks kind of ominous. I said, it looks like a tornado. And I'm like, let's see if we can hurry up and get this stuff off. So me and Mike get there at the dumpster, and we're out. It's just beginning to rain, and the wind just whoosh, and just clouds of dust are just blowing all over the place. And then the hail came down. It was like, wow. And so the temperature dropped about 15 degrees in like 10 minutes. And the hail came down. It was so crazy. If you actually look at the video, there's a spot where it's literally like 6 inches deep of hail. Never seen anything like that in my world. Ever. I've never seen anything like that before. That's the first time I've ever been in a hailstorm like that. And being in the car, listening to a bam, 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 it was like, oh my God, is it going to break the car? I was like, I hope we don't get one of those softball size ones there, and it really messes it up, but it didn't. But I'm home safe and sound, and the storms have passed. At least the storms around me here have. I don't know about the storms with the Dallas Cowboys. It's comical because if you've been paying attention to how things have gone this offseason, I think we've been baffled by so much bullshit. Or we get baffled by so much bullshit. I already see the evolution that's happening. How we've gone from the Dallas Cowboys are stupid, that they have lost talent, that they've come back down to earth, to now the Cowboys, they're beginning to start talking about it, have no excuse. Dak's got no excuse now. He's past the injury and everything else, and they've got a great team and great offensive line. I'm like, what? And I'm sitting here thinking, well, they're getting a clue from Stephen Jones, who says that we filled in our needs, that we don't really have must-gets. And I'm like, dude, are you serious? But I've watched some of it. I haven't watched all of it. Like I said, I'm kind of tired, and I just don't want to be pissed off going to bed tonight. Meanwhile, I have a thing. Never go to bed mad. So I'm not going to watch that press conference because, honey, I'm not trying to break that with you. But one thing Stephen Jones did say in there, and this may be a window into his soul, as black-hearted as it may be, he admitted that this draft doesn't have a lot of great players in the first couple rounds. The real value, and you know he likes value, as he puts it, are in the later rounds, the late second, the third, the fourth, the fifth round. That's where you'll actually be able to get a lot of players. If you believe him and take him at his word, it would behoove the Cowboys then, if there's a trade partner, to trade back. Trade back, trade back, trade back, trade back, trade back. To trade back and get more picks later in the draft. Now, we've heard of course, you know, this is the time you get baffled with bullshit. You know, we've heard that the Eagles are looking for a trading partner. They want to move up and so on. That may be bullshit. Who knows? But then again, they may want to move up and get a wide receiver. You know what? Why do we get a wide receiver? Why do we get a wide receiver? Okay. I hope you're here, Rashid. I hope you're here. For me, I've been saying this for quite a while. I don't look and say there's a can't-miss guy there in the first round that you say, I'm going to buy the farm because, you know, literally this is a once-in-a-generation. I don't see those guys. I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't see those guys. I see a lot of guys that are good that are later round picks. So it behooves you to have more picks later in those rounds to be able to pick up 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 of those guys. So unless there's a player like Jordan Davis, who I'm in love with him. I'm sorry, guys. I'm in love with Jordan Davis. You know, you guys make fun of me about how much I talk about Dak Prescott. You know, damn. If the Cowboys were to get Jordan Davis, y'all would say, Dak's going to be jealous. The way Mark is showing all that love for Jordan Davis. That's the only guy that I would trade up a few spots to get. That's the only one. That's the nobody else. Nobody else. Period. End of story. But I don't think Cowboys will trade up. I just don't. I think if anything, they'll stand pat, take the best player available, or possibly move back a little bit. And basically, Stephen Jones has kind of reiterated the same thing I've been saying for a while. It would behoove you to try and take advantage of the second, third, and fourth round guys and try and plug in some of these holes. Forget the bullcrap that Stephen Jones has been trying to tell you that we don't have needs. We have need at guard big time. Big time. We have need at tight end. Big time. Wide receiver, linebacker. And of course, the middle of that defense, the run stopper that I've been dreaming about forever. I've been dreaming, hoping we'll get a big lineman. I've been dreaming. Okay, I'm sorry. It's been a rough day. It's really been a rough day. But I have been dreaming of a big lineman. And his name is Jordan Davis. So, that's all we have. The Dallas Cowboys ownership. They're the real delusional ones. They're the real problems that the Dallas Cowboys have. And there's nothing we can do about it as fans. You can't get rid of them. You can't exchange them. We can't sell them. We can't trade them. We're stuck with them. I'm really tired. And I'm going to get ready to go to bed, y'all. Tomorrow's another day, God willing. Make sure, and I mean this, make sure you tell someone you love how much you love them, because time is always going and moving, and we don't know how much time we have. Sometimes you look back and think, or at least I do, how fast time has gone by. It was just a few months ago that Simba went. And tomorrow, Roscoe. Roscoe seemed to, after Simba passed, seemed to miss him. I think we all need companionship. I think we all have that need to be around others. And I think with Roscoe and Simba always being here together, that once Simba was gone, that maybe it was a hole in Roscoe's heart. Also, Roscoe's a rescue dog that when Mike got him, it was just in time before they were going to put him to sleep because he didn't have a home. And Michael's had him for about 12, 13 years. So we figure he's somewhere around 16, 17, maybe 18 years old. So he's lived a good life. But that's going to be all of us one of these days. And so you need to make the most of each day. And you need to let the people around you know how much they mean to you. Hopefully, God willing, I'll be here tomorrow. And I can remind you of that. Peace, everybody. Love you.